The 2025 Honda CX-850 Rebel has arrived, and it's redefining what a modern middleweight cruiser should be. This bike sits in that sweet spot between classic cool and cutting-edge performance, designed for riders who want a balance of style, power, and everyday usability. Honda has always had a special way of making cruisers that feel approachable, refined, and genuinely fun to ride, and the Rebel 850 is exactly that, only bolder, meaner, and far more capable than ever before. Welcome to Rev Radar TV, where today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most anticipated modern cruisers of the year, the 2025 Honda CX-850 Rebel. At first glance, the Rebel 850 looks unmistakably like part of the Rebel family, but sharper and more muscular. It carries the minimalist DNA that made the smaller Rebels so loved, yet every element has been reimagined for a bigger, more commanding presence. The low-slung stance, wide bars, teardrop fuel tank, and chopped rear fender all shout custom cruiser. But the detailing of those sculpted side panels, matte finishes, and blacked-out engine chassis push it into modern territory. Honda has mastered the art of mixing retro with futuristic, and here, the result is stunning. The LED lighting system is all new, giving the bike a bold and clean front look with a full LED round headlamp framed by sleek indicators and a modern tail light. Every element feels precise and intentional, giving the Rebel 850 a premium, factory custom vibe. Powering this beast is an 850cc parallel twin engine, derived from the same platform as Honda's Transalp 750 but tuned specifically for a cruiser character. That means more torque down low, a smoother throttle response, and a deeper, more satisfying exhaust note. The engine produces around 78 horsepower and 75 Nm of torque, which may not sound overwhelming on paper, but in the real world, it delivers exactly what a cruiser rider wants: effortless acceleration and a wide, meaty power band. It's got a strong mid-range pull that makes overtaking on highways easy and an addictive growl that encourages you to roll on the throttle just for fun. The engine is mated to a 6-speed gearbox with a slipper assist clutch and an optional dual-clutch transmission (DCT) version, which Honda continues to perfect year after year. Riders who've never tried Honda's DCT might find it surprising just how natural it feels, so smooth, responsive, and perfect for city commutes or long-distance cruising. When it comes to performance, the Rebel 850 is more than just a straight-line cruiser. Honda engineers worked hard on giving it excellent handling for its class. The chassis uses a tubular steel frame that balances rigidity with flexibility, helping it feel stable on highways and confident through corners. The bike sits low, with a seat height of just around 700 mm, which means even shorter riders can flat-foot easily. The wide handlebars give great leverage, making low-speed maneuvering a breeze. Up front, there's a 43 mm Showa SFFBP fork, and at the rear, twin shock absorbers with preload adjustability. The suspension tuning is spot-on for real-world riding, firm enough to give you feedback through twisty roads but compliant enough to absorb bumps on rough city streets. Braking is handled by a 296 mm front disc with a radial-mounted 4-piston caliper and a 240 mm rear disc, both backed by dual-channel ABS. It's confidence-inspiring, predictable, and perfectly balanced. One of the biggest strengths of the Rebel 850 is its versatility. Unlike some cruisers that feel too heavy or too aggressive for daily use, this one strikes a perfect balance. It's light enough for city commutes, comfortable enough for long weekend rides, and powerful enough for spirited fun on open roads. Honda has designed the ergonomics to feel natural amid mounted foot controls, a low-end sculpted seat, and handlebars that fall perfectly into your grip. You sit in the bike rather than on top of it, which gives that classic cruiser feeling of control and stability. Long rides don't leave you sore or tired, and the fuel tank capacity of around 14 liters gives a respectable range for touring. The instrument cluster is another area where Honda has modernized the Rebel 850 beautifully. The circular TFT display is crisp, clear, and loaded with features: a gear position, fuel range, riding mode, and more. It's fully compatible with Honda Road Sync, allowing smartphone connectivity for navigation, calls, and music via Bluetooth. There are 3 main riding modes: Standard, Sport, and Rain, along with customizable traction control settings. For riders who want simplicity, the interface is intuitive and easy to operate even with gloves on. It's the kind of digital system that enhances the experience without ever feeling intrusive. Speaking of riding modes, the character of the bike really changes with each one. In Standard mode, you get a well-balanced delivery perfect for everyday rides and relaxed cruising. Switch to Sport, and the throttle sharpens up, engine braking becomes more pronounced, and you feel that parallel twins character come alive. In Rain mode, power delivery is softened, and traction control tightens up to keep things safe. This flexibility means the Rebel 850 isn't just one kind of cruiser, it's adaptable to your mood and environment. Aesthetically, Honda offers the Rebel 850 in a few striking colors, including matte black metallic, gunmetal silver, and a stunning pearl red option that catches light beautifully. The build quality is unmistakably premium. Paintwork is deep, welds are clean, and every piece of hardware feels engineered to last. The attention to detail is where Honda really shines. From the textured seat material to the machined metal finish on the switchgear, everything gives a sense of craftsmanship. It's the kind of bike that looks just as good parked outside a cafe copyright as it does flying down an empty highway at sunset. Now, when it comes to exhaust sound, a key part of any cruiser's identity, Honda has tuned the Rebel 850 to deliver a throaty, authentic note. It's deeper than the smaller Rebels and has that distinct twin pulse that sounds muscular without being obnoxiously loud. The sound matches the personality of the bike perfectly, a refined but confident, subtle but commanding attention. In terms of technology, Honda hasn't held back. You get full LED lighting, smart key operation, USB-C charging, and optional heated grips for colder climates. The DCT version even offers manual shifting through paddle controls, allowing riders to take charge when they want that extra engagement. Add to that a low-maintenance chain drive and a comprehensive suite of safety electronics, traction control, ABS, and Honda selectable torque controller, and you've got a cruiser that feels not only stylish but incredibly dependable. The 2025 Honda COMEX 850 Rebel's weight is around 220 kilograms for the manual and slightly more for the DCT variant, making it very manageable compared to most bikes in its power class. Combined with its low center of gravity, it gives the rider total confidence even at slow speeds or in tight spaces. This makes it an ideal upgrade for riders stepping up from smaller displacement cruisers like the Rebel 500 but not quite ready for the heft of a liter-class machine. On the open road, the Rebel 850 delivers that classic cruiser experience with a modern twist. The engine hums steadily at highway speeds, vibrations are minimal thanks to the refined twin setup, and wind resistance is surprisingly manageable even without a windshield. The seat cushioning and suspension make long rides genuinely comfortable, and you get that feeling of calm dominance that only a well-engineered cruiser can offer. It's a bike that doesn't ask for much but gives you everything you expect: stability, confidence, and style. Honda has priced the 2025 Rebel 850 very competitively, with an estimated starting price around $9,999 for the manual and around $10,699 for the DCT version. Considering the build quality, performance, and technology on offer, it's exceptional value. In markets like Europe and Asia, where the Rebel series has an almost cult following, the 850 sits perfectly between accessibility and aspiration. It's powerful enough for experienced riders yet not intimidating for those upgrading from smaller machines. Unique selling points? There are plenty. First, the DCT option is still unmatched in the cruiser segment, offering the best of both worlds, convenience and control. Second, its balanced power delivery that makes it suitable for both new and seasoned riders. Third, the Designate manages to feel modern without losing the soul of a classic cruiser. And finally, Honda's reputation for reliability and refinement. You know this bike isn't just built to impress on day one, it's built to last years with minimal fuss. In short, the 2025 Honda COMEX 850 Rebel is not just another cruiser, it's a statement from Honda. It proves that a bike can be stylish without being over the top, powerful without being intimidating, and comfortable without losing its spirit. It's the perfect fusion of old school charm and new age technology.